Hi, Shannon O'Flaherty here. Happy Independence Day. And in honor of this Day of Independence, I have just made live the new public group that I will gradually be moving this group over to. And it's called Women Being Seen and Heard. Because globally, across the whole world, women and men, women also underestimate the potential of women. And culturally and socially, we have been shut down and told to shut up and been bypassed over for opportunities, even though we're more than capable. And so we're not thinking big enough. We're thinking small and we're playing small. And we're staying involved in codependent relationships, not just with our partners, but our friends, our parents, maybe even your pets. Maybe even with yourself. Maybe you're denying yourself your higher knowing, your higher connection to your spirit and your source. So this group is live. I'll put the link in this Facebook Live. And from here on in, I'm going to be doing my lives in that group, assuming Facebook will let me. I'm not really sure how that works, but I'll find that out. And it's really along the same things. We need to get out of constantly being in shame, which holds us back, these hidden barriers that keep us stuck in our patterns. We need to get out of not feeling seen, not feeling heard, this invisibility complex. We need to get out of not feeling good enough or enough, because that's really coming from a place of lack. And when I thought about everything that I talk about all the time about our limiting beliefs and letting go of the things that sabotage us, it really comes down to this. And of course, well, most of you know by now, that is my core wounding of not being seen and heard. And so that is now the public group. So if you want to continue with me and continue to tune in and watch these videos, I couldn't just switch over because of Facebook privacy controls, as this has been a private group. It's now going to be a public group and it's live now. You can find it, Women Being Seen and Heard. So if you want to join me there, I would love to have you join our community of women and positivity only and uplifting people and really helping people feel empowered and motivated. No rescuing, no enabling, because this is what we're all stuck in now. So today's talk, because it's the 4th of July in the States, the Independence Day, the land of the free and the brave. But are they the land of the free and the brave? Are you independent? Really? Are you free? Are you brave? Or are you stuck in some kind of codependency, like feeling responsible for other people's problems, right? Taking on other people's problems, offering advice even when it's not asked for. And if you're a new healer and you're just starting out, well, we do that because we want to heal everybody, right? We learn something new and we get all excited about it. That's a phase. But is this a chronic condition that you're in? Yeah, Heather says, yeah, it's a funny twist. Yeah, it is funny. Got to have a sense of humor with all of this healing stuff. Or are you still trapped in poor communication regarding your feelings, your wants, and your needs, not being able to set boundaries, not being able to ask for what you want, because it comes down to a fear of being judged, of not being received. And all of this falls into this invisibility umbrella that we're talking about in the other group. Maybe it's about difficulty adjusting to change, that we get very set in our ways and we think things need to remain a certain way, or having control issues, wanting to control the outcome of things. And really, you know that if you're just in the divine I am, we don't really need to worry because we know that the universe has our back. We can set our intention and desire for what we want, and we can trust that the universe will find its own way of delivering exactly what is good for us, or giving us what we need to learn and grow from. Not expecting everyone else to do exactly as we say, but allowing everybody to be as they are as well. Or how about difficulty making decisions? That's coming down to not even trusting what you fundamentally know, just constantly being, oh, am I making the right decision? What if this? What if that? So how about just getting in your alignment and center and getting out of your way so that you can go up to source and really just call in and trust that intuitive gut instinct that we all have. Chronic anger, that's another one. Why so angry? What's the problem? Or feeling used and unappreciated. So maybe you're in a relationship where you're receiving everything that's being given, but you're not giving back, or the other way around. And so you feel like somebody's taking advantage of you or taking you for granted. People pleasing also falls into the codependent thing, having a lack of trust in others. And that comes down to fear of being judged, fear of feeling ashamed, fear of not being good enough, all of this, not being seen, not being heard. What about fearing rejection or being unlovable or being the victim constantly all the time? Poor me, you're doing this, you're making me feel this way, where we know nobody can make you feel a certain way. It's all down to our perceptions. So stop putting the blame out around you and look at the conflict, whatever conflict is coming your way, whatever contrast is coming your way, as the gift, so that you can go, oh, okay, yeah, this feels awful. Maybe this is something I really need to work on in myself. Also, taking everything personally. Okay. Of course, we're the center of our own universe, and that's great. But the whole world does not revolve around each one of us. And so if somebody is having a bad day or saying something that you think is really mean or is just being offhand in some way, it's not necessarily about you. It might not have anything to do with you. But when we take it personally, especially when we're triggered by something, we take it personally and then the blame goes out. Whereas the other person might be coming from a loving place and they have no idea how you're perceiving things. Also, lying to yourself, denying yourself your truth and making excuses for others. So if you're apologizing on behalf of somebody else, if you're masking for somebody else, not just yourself, and any kind of general helplessness and anxiety, these are all signs of codependency. Yeah, we can tick a lot of those boxes. Everybody can, whether you're in partnership in a romantic relationship or with your friends or with your family members or with your parents or even with your pets. I read an article about my last beloved old cat Bliss, that we had a codependent relationship. Well, she was old and dying, and even when I found her, she was young and dying, and so we rescued each other. So if there's any rescuing going on, you've got to look at that. So I have a very different relationship with the new cat here. Here's my new cat. This is Ghost. Hello. So independence. Independence is being aligned with who you are at the roots of who you are, being safe and free and brave, i.e., vulnerable, to speak your truth, your full truth. And if people don't like it, oh well, right? You're not going to feel afraid. You're not going to worry about being judged, because other people's judgment also has nothing to do with you. So think about that kind of freedom on this Independence Day. Celebrate the long lost freedom for your beautiful country, my homeland, and pray for its future freedom again. And look within yourself and find out where you're not being free, where you're not being true, where you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable, be brave, to show up as the best version of yourself. And please join me on Facebook, Women Being Seen and Heard. That's the new group. For a while, I'll do Facebook Lives over there and post them over here, but I'm going to be eventually closing this group down. I'll give you notifications about that, because I want the people who are really willing to do the work and really willing to look within themselves, to grow and evolve, to come with me over there, because let's move forward in a very empowering way and holding each other up and helping each other grow. And although it's a group for women, the evolved men out there who are following me, I'm willing to have men join the group too. Even though I predominantly work with women, me being a woman and all of that, but there are some men who understand that this is for everybody, really. So if you want to keep growing and evolving and being the best version of yourself and letting go of old beliefs and blocks, then join me over there and book a call. Let's have that aha chat so I can help you find out where you're missing the point with yourself so that you can move forward in a much more positive way. I love you all so much, and I'll see you from Women Being Seen and Heard for the next video. Lots of love and happy 4th of July.